Something that's quite interesting that's been happening in China recently is big military mobilizations. It just, we've seen massive military mobilizations in the past, but there's something different about this one.
It's happening in the interior.
Yeah, exactly. Well, at least that's where people are seeing these things. They're going from the interior. Who knows where they're headed to.
But big push.
Yes. And the interesting thing about this is that they are allowing people to share the footage.
That's what's shocking people in China.
Yeah, because listen, countless times we've seen articles and we've seen situations where there'll be an old man waiting for a train or something and there's some planes flying and he films it and the police track him down and they force him to delete it and they're like, this is our military secrets, you may not film it.
They imprison people.
Yeah. They do imprison people over just filming military equipment. So the fact that they've allowed people to openly film all of these convoys and discuss them on Douyin, which is China's TikTok, etc. We got this offer there. We can go to Douyin right now, and there's all these video clips.
That's what I wanted to bring up, is that I saw some analysis of this, and I didn't see anyone pointing out the inevitable here that we saw right away.
Yeah.
When I open up Chinese TikTok and Douyin, I'm seeing like homemade videos of China's mass mobilization of the military.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, that's not something people are allowed to do.
Yeah.
So when you see it, not from, like, you'll see a CCTV thing and show a bunch of tanks, right? It's like the state broadcast or something. Maybe pause it on one of these.
Yeah.
You'll see like a state broadcast and it's like, look at these fighter jets, and it's all edited and doctored and stuff. But when you open up Chinese TikTok, you're seeing videos of people themselves filming this stuff.
Yes.
And it slapped us in the face.
Yeah,
We
it's
said,
not normal.
why would you do this? Well, it's because they want them to.
They want, well, okay, this happened before the plenum, right? That big comming meeting. So again, I think there's a bit of a dual use purpose for this.
Yes.
When you get these optics of, the strong military, it's all over the place. It's going to make sure nobody tries anything just ahead of the plenum.
It's like, the state security force is huge.
Yeah, because I remember every time there was a big meeting in Beijing, even when I was living in Shenzhen, which is the furthest away from Beijing you can get, right? Things would happen, like they would clean up the streets, they get rid of the street vendors, the cops would be out on alert.
The corners, They
would be checking people's ID on the subway. I remember, like, they'd send big cops in there, they'd come and ask me for my passport.
Thousands of miles away.
Yeah. So, they're always putting on a big show just before they have these big meetings. I think that's part of it. But of course, part of it is also, hey, maybe they're starting to prepare for a military operation.
Well, I think it's like this. This is my dual use theory.
Okay.
It's the plenum, right? Show of force. Don't try any shenanigans as a citizen. Number two.
Yeah.
If you're going to invade Taiwan, you are going to kill millions of Chinese men.
Yes.
Okay, that's going to be the collateral damage.
Yes.
Now, if you're in a surveillance state that controls every narrative and message and the entire media, you're going to be able to put a damper on it, but at the end of the day, millions of parents are going to lose their sons, right? And what's going to happen is they're going to start to say, I lost my only meal ticket, my child, who I love, and I'm going to throw away, if my son goes to war, I'm throwing away my entire future, right?
Yes.
If you get the populace who might be a little skeptical about this Taiwan invasion, to see the sheer amount of military might that China has accumulated, what you can do is mobilize in one city, get thousands of people that upload their cell phone videos, and they're like, what's happening? Are we going to war? And what it does is it creates this kind of mosaic of little dots around the country that form a grand picture. And when you're scrolling through Chinese TikTok, as a Chinese citizen that lives in the middle of, bum nowhere, right? You just saw 1,000 videos of all around the country of tanks, armored cars, fighter jets, soldiers with big guns. And you see this unified approach, and it gives you utter confidence, right? It gives you the confidence that maybe the speculation I had about this potential invasion or conflict, whether it's with Taiwan or whatever, like if they invade somewhere else. Or
it's also to intimidate Taiwan.
But you feel like when you're watching this stuff, you feel like you're on the winning side.
Sure.
And you're going to be more apt to allow something like this. Your son get drafted, or to be like, you know what, you're going to go fight for the good. We're going to win. Yes, and like you said, to intimidate Taiwan for sure, because it will end up leaking into Taiwan media. They'll be like, what is happening over here? People will look at that and say, we're screwed. So there's a lot of things that happen there, and I didn't see analysis, at least from the way we thought about it, about this mobile military militarization. I do think it's largely psyop.
Yeah.
I do. whether domestic or abroad.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. This is more dystopian.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Set this.
You know, it's like when you have like a meat thermometer or whatever. The meat thermometer's temperature's rising.
Yes.
We got you started with some fun clips.
Yeah.
Except, I guess smashing a police car is not like I guess shenanigans.
It's shenanigans.
This is showing the efficiency of the facial recognition technology in China amidst a workplace or any place where people gather.
The school.
Look at how quickly it can gather people's
Yeah, because you see, what you're seeing down there are the photos.
Yeah.
So like, either employee or student photo. I think these are students probably.
I was going to say, I think they're factory.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe with the uniform. Yeah, it's possible. Well, either way, you can see the profile photos. So their employee number or their student number or whatever it is. See it popping up at the bottom?
There's nothing identifiable here.
Yeah. But take a look at the bottom. You can actually see they're popping up as they walk in. So it's recording whoever's walking in. And this is something that you don't really take into account. But every time you go to China, you are monitored everywhere you go.
Yeah, so this is crazy. So it's not just for like social credit stuff. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is like an AI model that is watching the productivity of workers. So like, you know, people are like, I don't know, like Amazon clocks when you go to the bathroom or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll make a big stink.
Yeah, and then obviously it's kind of crappy, right?
Yeah, so they got sensors in the seats, so they can't stay out the truck long.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And I'm not saying that's bullshit. Like maybe that's the case. Mm-hmm. This is like level 9999999.
Sure.
You know, it's like power Super Saiyan level.
Yeah, it's like reminds me of Xbox Connect.
Yeah.
You know, that whole technology, which it's based on.
Yeah, this is like, we can analyze, are they making the product? Are they doing the task?
You can actually see if they are, their facial features, right? Mm-hmm. You can tell if they're sleeping or yawning or, paying attention or not looking at the area. So there's a lot of data you can get out of this. Are they sitting, standing? Are they moving? Are they whatever? Right? So it's all algorithmic based, and you can keep track of the productivity of your workers.
I don't know, but I don't want to live in that world.
Yeah, but again, I just wanted to make a point here. You know, when you go to China on a holiday, when you get to the airport, you must scan your biometrics. Okay, nowadays, so you have to scan your fingerprints, and they take an image of you.
You posted about this on Twitter, right?
Yeah, I did post. Somebody put a thing, and not only did they did this even before I left. You had to do this, right? So they take a scan of your passport, a scan of your fingerprints, and a scan of your face. And everywhere you go in China, it doesn't matter what you do, you get cameras. You use the subway. They've got cameras at the subway. You go into a school campus. Yeah, you go on a highway to toll booth. You go into a shopping mall. Everywhere they've got these cameras, and they keep track of exactly where you are. So think about it. When you walk into a cinema or something, now they know, based on who you are, your passport, your fingerprints, and your face, they know exactly where you are. So as you move around the city, as you go about your business, they keep track of exactly where you've been and how long you stayed in certain areas. Yeah,
there's a lot of concern about this because other countries it's not the same, from what I've seen in like some European countries and in places in the US and stuff, but I've seen people be like, we don't want to become like
this. Because, the UK is trying to roll out a digital ID.
Yeah, it's like a slippery slope.
Exactly. You don't want to end up like China where your ID is then, they tell exactly what you've done, where you are, and like this, your productivity at work and all that. And, there's a big hoo-ha around the social credit system, the social credit score. A lot of propagandists try to debunk it and say it's not real.
It's real.
But it is actually real.
It's very real.
Yes. And, you can tell by the level of monitoring here, if you do something bad, it will affect your life.
Yep.
I remember you left my spirit.
Remember, we've done Beer Hater Hour, where we tell you things that we hate that most people probably like.
Yeah.
We have Beer Lover Hour, where we drink beer and tell you about things we love that people actually probably don't like.
Yes.
Today's Beer Neutral Hour, where we have no strong feelings about anything.
Yeah.
I think Gladiator is mid. What do you think?
Da 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 da. This is a seal kissed by a rose or whatever. Yeah, you have to drink. That's sick. So you think Nirvana's mid?
I think Nirvana's mid.
This is Jimmy Brown, and this is his latest work, I Urinated on a Butterfly, featuring new hits such as The Queue at Greg's.
The queue at Greg's. I'd rather break my leg.
There's a duck in Alex Park with a plastic ring around its beak.
There's a duck in Alex Park with a plastic ring around its neck.
Oh, this is too good.
Yeah, but we thought this was like a cool American thing, giant red silver.
It's ridiculous. So anyway, what you do is you put it on the table, shake it around. Yes, as you said 5. Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty good at this game, apparently.
Looking back, I think it's just some of the most immature lyrics I've ever heard in my life. We somehow managed to get new Jack Black into this episode.
Dude.
My point. Did you get my joke?